All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. There is absolutely nothing that I have to talk about today. This is the opportunity for my internet trolls to actually put some skin in the game and put their ass on the line. And, you know, hey, bring your allegations. I'm not going to respond to them in the chat. The link below the video is how you can join. And so if you want to accuse me of something, here's your opportunity to be a man. The channel is yours. Otherwise, this will be kind of a boring video waiting for people. Hey, Brent, what's going on? So again, the link is below this video. If you would like to join on StreamYard, this is your opportunity to expose me to you, the viewer. It's your opportunity to bring out your allegations. Talk about what a terrible person I am. A lot of channels don't give this opportunity, turn it over to their critics, and have a direct discussion about what you think of me. So this is actually for my haters. Bring it on. Hello, Tina, Brent, Old Man, our guy 936. Hello, everybody. I am just sitting here listening to records and actually going through a bunch of them, taking all of my, I'm trying to get rid of all these old CDRs here and put them onto a single drive. So all my pictures that are, from the years and years that are all over the place, I am now digitized. Well, they're already digitized, and I'm putting them onto a hard drive. I did make during my live video while I was at the county commissioner's court. I gave them the notice, 1 o'clock. It's your time. You want to make some accusations, unless you're a coward. This is the chance. This is the opportunity. Let everyone know what a douchebag I am and why. I noticed they're not here yet, but I'll give them a few minutes to show up. And other than that, I can answer some questions if anybody's got them. Again, the link is in below the video. It's in the description. It should be. Let me double check. Just to make sure. Bring that over here so I can still see. I accuse you of being a man with solid character. Cheers. That's wrong. So terrible. Yeah. Hey, Proud of Your Freedom, Baker. How you doing? EJ74. I do not know what HFTCD is. Yes. I should be in Aransas Pass. Actually, I don't know when I'm going to be in Aransas Pass again. Is that your Tupperware? That was my lunch. Talk about over here, right there. That's my lunch. That was my lunch. But hey, if there's anything you want to talk about, anything at all, hop on. Let's talk. Let's have a discussion. I finally got my law books up. As you can see, I've got some of my nerd stuff, my Star Wars nerdy things. I've got some more up there. That's also the Lego set for the Office, or, the TV show The Office. That's the Lego set for The Office, and I've got it in my office. I got some more nerd stuff I got to put up here eventually. Got to find a place for happy. Oh, yes. Okay, gotcha. Oh, okay, Thomas. And yes, HFTCD. I'm also creating the, hey, well, I guess I'll tell this while we're here. If you're anywhere near Temple on Saturday at 11 o'clock, we are doing the 10th annual hike that started it all. It is a 10-mile hike out in the country, well, mostly in the country. It used to be more country than it is now. Temple's kind of grown out and encroached upon a lot of our country out here. And But anyway, we're going to be doing the same hike that I was on almost exactly 10 years ago, March 16th of 2013, when I was out hiking with my son, and that's what kick-started the open carry movement here in Texas, was that arrest. I am also, if you're interested, I've been printing off these, let me see if I can find one that'll look good on the camera, these decals for your car. So if you want one, these are the vinyl, permanent vinyl. I have white, silver, black, red. They're $10 each shipped. That's the cost. Here's one I've got to cut out right now, but I haven't cut it out yet. Oh no, on the boat offshore. That's where Brent probably will be as well. I see that my critics don't want to come on here and back up any of their claims. It's weird. I kind of figured that was going to happen. People are a lot of talk online. They're a lot of talk online, but they don't want to put their ass where their mouth is. What is this? No, Olivia, not now. Sorry about that. Hang on, I'm looking something up. They are $10, and that's the shipping as well for the vinyl decals. Hey, Slim Jim, not much. I'm waiting for my critics to still show up. They haven't shown up yet. But it's pretty much anything. I'm giving my haters an opportunity to come on and let everyone know what a fraud I am. The link to the link is below if you want to join. Let me I can put it in the chat as well. Was that like, that's like Michael Scott? You're gay. Boom, roasted. Yeah, John, James. There are some people that say so, and I think it's important that you, my viewers, know what a fraud I am, and so I'm trying to give them an opportunity to come in and let you know on my channel, unedited, what kind of fraud I am, and I just don't see. Baker, I've had only one offer so far. I think it was for E.H. Taylor. But no, I mean, I'm selling the bottles each individually. Have you seen what's going down outside of? Yes, I have seen the Cop City situation. Absolutely. And I do have some bourbon I'm trying to get rid of. I probably won't. I'm not going to bring it on here. Probably get this video taken down if I start showing bourbons. Yeah, but Jim's my favorite. He's my favorite troll because we get arrested together. I'm his jail bitch, or he's my jail bitch, depending on who you talk to. Picture perfect. I don't think I have. Hang on. Let me look in my. I got a question about the 1792 small batch and whistle pig. I responded to that. Let me see what else is there. Actually, let me just go to my profile and find it. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Hey, picture, you made an offer for the Taylor and McKenna? I sound like a TiVo when I click. Are you hearing the mouse click? Yeah, I collected a lot of bourbons while I was in Virginia, out in the Appalachian Mountains. Learned a lot about bourbon culture, and I just started collecting them because I like the bottles. I like the idea that some of this stuff it's normally really hard to get, and I was able to find stuff pretty regularly there. I need to get like a ring light or something, make the lighting a little bit better. I'll just kind of show you some of the stuff that I've collected just for funzos. There we go. So this is well, I mean, Buffalo Trace isn't that hard to find. Um, but I did get it from its, where it's made pretty much. And then there's also a 1.75 liter bottle. That's a huge one. It's huge. Oh man, some of these pictures suck. Got some small batch 1792. That's also not very hard to find, but I like the gold cap and stuff. Jefferson's aged, ocean aged at sea. Now I've heard that like these are always very different, so you got to look at the voyage. And I guess because of the way that, depends on the voyage that they're on, I guess the sea ages them a little bit differently. I don't know. I don't drink bourbon. Like I said, I was just a collector. Yellowstone, pretty easy to find, but I got it because I love Yellowstone Park. Some of these I get just because of what it is. Nothing special, Henry McKenna either, except that it's 10-year aged. It's a 10-year bottle. Whistle Pig, 10-year. Blade and Bow. Sometimes it's hard to find the bottles with the keys on them, I guess I heard. Sazerac Rye. I guess you got to be into the rye stuff, though. And then I got E.H. Taylor small label, or single barrel and small label, or small batch, I mean. I don't know why that picture, I probably uploaded the wrong picture. But, yep. Oh, yeah, that sucker was loud, man. All right, my critics don't want to come on here, and so let's just have a conversation about things. Anybody want to come on and just talk about things? Cajun, yes, I had submitted a formal complaint, and the State Commission on Judicial Conduct let me know that they've received it and they're investigating. That's all I've heard so far. Same with the attorney, and the attorney actually responded And here's his dumbass response, or at least part of it as evidence. And he showed his oh um he showed his all that's on here is a download of the Manuel Mata Facebook video where he's filming cops and of course, calling them names and stuff like that. But this is not evidence that justifies um trying to swear someone in and having them arrested. So I don't know what the state bar is going to do on that. Yeah. Well, like I said, and those are just some of them. I have a lot more too, but there are some that I'm actually just keeping because those are just the ones that I'm willing to sell and get rid of. The other ones I'm going to keep in my office, and for clients that I might have that uh, might be into that kind of thing, I'll have a drink for them. But yeah, I submitted a complaint against the judge, an official complaint, and also an official complaint against the attorneys, the both attorneys. Apparently, there was it was essentially a conspiracy, the way that they all worked together. So I'm not surprised. This is going to be very boring. I'm looking for Bits and Bobs to come on, or Wade to come on and I really think it's important that you, my viewers, because I don't really do this for money at all. I'd really just try to share content and information. I don't make any money, that's for sure. As a matter of fact, I did during the depositions, or during the discovery phase of my lawsuit against Almost Park. They had asked me about my YouTube income, and I didn't realize this, but literally as long as I've had my YouTube channel, up until the point, I guess 2 years ago, I think it was, I had made $750 on YouTube, around there, something like that. That's it. So I think by this point I've probably made 850, 2 years later. So I don't do it for money. I just do it to share information, but somehow still have a bunch of haters. They wanted to talk about, are there bump stocks in the gun stores down in Texas yet? I don't know. I haven't looked. I buy my guns through Nagel's Firearms down in San Antonio, and I generally just go online, order them, and have them shipped here. Dang, I don't even make $30 a month, but I don't do regular content. I don't think I make. I don't even know. I don't even know how much money I make, honestly. I just know when I went to go and pull down all my stuff, that's what it showed me. I don't know if you're even able to check. See how to check this. Earn. Let's see. Let's see if I have any money here. I don't even know how to check that because I don't ever check it. I don't even know how to look and see if I have any, if I've made any money. Where do you go and look at that? Content, analytics, copyright. I went to earn. Watch page ads, memberships, supers given. Maybe it's in AdSense. Maybe that's what I got to do. Oh, hey, I've got a balance of $29.86. I am killing it on YouTube, guys. I am definitely doing this to get rich for sure. $29.86. Man, I could retire a second time. Yeah, I found out I had to go to AdSense. to figure that out. And I've had, hang on, let me see this. I've essentially had $29.86 since January. So I've made $0 in February or March. It looks like. Oh, that's funny. How to set a septic timer. Interesting. I should probably upload my initial arrest video and see what happens. But like I said, I don't do this for money, so it doesn't matter to me. I don't even know. Does this show you what your top grossing video is? Let me see. I wonder if it'll tell me. Reports, YouTube. Oh, YouTube Analytics. I gotta go to Analytics. Revenue. All right, top grossing video. Oh, this is it. Okay, I take it back. In February, I made $6.89. Oh yeah. In March, so far I've made 92 cents, folks. 92 cents. That's almost a taco. In November, what was happening in November? Apparently, I made 110 bucks somehow. December, I made $4.24. Nice. So my top earning content is the truth about the pistol brace rule so far. Trying to see what else. Oh, goodness. All right. Anyway, enough of that. I don't really care. Okay. It looks like I'm going to give them 4 more minutes here, or I'm sorry, I'll give them 7 more minutes. I'll give my critics 7 more minutes to enter into the chat here. I don't know where they're at. Jim, you want to come on? Anything you want to talk about? Oh, okay. So I got to do short videos. Gotcha. So here's what is interesting to me. Let me go to my live videos here. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, Chevron deference. Jeez, man, that's like Chevron deference is not an easy thing to explain in a few minutes. I mean, we had several classes when I took administrative law, but essentially, Chevron deference is that, man, how do you even describe that? Let's just say that it's if the rules aren't, man, because you got to go into, you got to go into sort of the backstory of it. And okay. So by the way, it was a case in the Supreme Court, and it had to do with agency law and how an agency's interpretation of a statute is going to be given. And generally, if it's somewhat ambiguous, they're going to give deference to the government as long as it's in line with what the rule or the law says. Is that I don't know. It's a really nerdy concept, I guess, is what I could tell you. But when you're, maybe I should do who wants to hear a video on Chevron deference though? It's not something you really worry about unless you're going into, I guess it come with the pistol brace rule, it might be. But I will say also that the Chevron deference doctrine has been attacked, and somewhat, I don't even think it's that the doctrine is even still intact completely the way it was back when. No, okay, here. Let me look. Let me show. Here, look. I'm sure I have my notes over here somewhere. Let's see. Where is? I really liked administrative law. I had a lot of fun with it. Sorry, I'm just going to bring this up real quick. Because it's really important when you're talking about rules. Okay, not adjudication. Reviewability, agency structure. All right, you're about to hear a train. Sorry. Chevron, where you at, buddy? There it is, 144. I'm going to see if the book words it in a way. But no, I will say that it doesn't lean towards the people. Generally, deference is given to the government when it's not clear, and it allows them to pass rules and make determinations with wide latitude. And that's why I said it's been challenged quite a bit. The case, in case you want to know, is Chevron versus Natural Resources Defense Council. It's 467 US 837. And the issue here was, whether Congress has directly spoken on what the issue is, on what the question at issue is. And the question for the Supreme Court, what they were trying to hear during the Chevron case, was whether that the agency's answer to Chevron on a rule that they had made was based on a permissible construction of the statute. And as long as there's a reasonable relationship between the rule and what the statute says they can do, they're going to give deference to that agency, in the absence of any congressional mandates or whatever. So it's dry, right? I'm glad I remembered that, though. I'm glad that you that means that I learned something in law school, because I remembered Chevron deference. But if you didn't take admin law, which was an elective when I went through, you probably never even heard of Chevron deference. but I took it because I do plan on, obviously, being a Second Amendment attorney. Those guys need to understand the rulemaking authority and how rules are interpreted in order to fight and overcome the Chevron deference doctrine. I'm sure there are some YouTube videos out there that talk about Chevron deference doctrine. I guess, hey, leave in the comments if you want a video on what that means. It is kind of dry because it's admin law. Admin law is kind of one of the most boring classes for most people in law school, which is why so few of us took it. I think we had, how many people were in my admin law class? Maybe 20 at most, if I remember correctly. And my final paper presentation was on the ATF. So, all right, guys, I have given my critics plenty of time. I've given them 31 minutes and 55 seconds to come on here and educate you on, what a fraud I am, to come up and make their claims. Here's what I was going to show you. Let me present this back and share my screen because I think it's important. I think it's important that you understand that I'm a fraud over here, right? Let me see if I can make this bigger. Let me see. There we go. That makes it a little bit bigger. So this guy, Bits and Bobs, and there was another guy, Wade Garrett here, made a bunch of, issues here. First, asking if I was a licensed attorney, which I said no. I used to be. Well, it was a conditional license. There was a supervised license, but it expired. It wasn't taken from me. It expired. He sure flexes like one. Well, now this right here, this is what I wanted them to talk about. I wanted them to find out, let you know where it says the bar said he's not qualified. I'm still trying to find, the bar hasn't said I'm not qualified yet, just so you know. In some cases, they need to have a hearing. And that's what is the case with me, is that we have to have a hearing. Now, thanks to COVID and many other things, that's what they're claiming. They're very backlogged, and the earliest they can get to it is April 14th. So my hearing is April 14th, and my attorney and I both have absolutely no belief that, or reason to believe that, that's not the day that I get approved. But in my case, because of my history, because of the fact that I've been an activist, I've got a quote unquote criminal history, that, they need to talk to me as opposed to, and, I would prefer actually that all character and fitness was done, because in many states you have to go through a hearing. Everybody that is before the bar has to have a sit down with the character and fitness committee, and they interview you. It's not like in Texas where literally you don't send anything in. They just do an investigation into your past. Now you have to provide a bunch of stuff. So, I had to provide every case I've been involved in. I had to provide every time I've been arrested, provide every time I've been ticketed or fined, any law school discipline, anytime I've been fired, all that kind of stuff. And I've never been fired, by the way. So all that stuff you submit, and then they look at everything and they're like, okay, yeah, you're good to go. Now, most people, of course, don't have the background that I do as an activist, where, you've got these interactions with law enforcement. And, Martin Luther King had interactions with law enforcement because he was standing up for things. Every activist that believes in defending freedom is going to have some kind of law enforcement activity. So in my case, they needed to talk to me as opposed to just outright approving me, because there are a lot of people who don't stick their necks out in life. Probably people like Bits and Bobs and Wade Garrett here, who don't ever do anything outside of what's comfortable for them that helps other people. And so they don't have to worry about, having their history under a microscope. Well, I do. And so as a result, the Character and Fitness Committee is unable to make a determination without a hearing. So now I'm going to have a hearing, and they don't do hearings in February, and they don't do hearings in July because of the state bars. That's when they administer the bar exam. And so those 2 months are already out. And then, of course, you've got all these people that have to go before the committee. And my turn in line is not until April 14th. So because of that long wait, my license expired 30 days after I passed the bar, which was November 12th. And I had to drop all my clients, withdraw from all the cases, all that kind of stuff. So that'll be April 14th. So this saying here that I'm trying to, he had a chance. I gave him a chance here for the last 37 minutes, Bits and Bobs here, to come and explain what evidence he has that the bar said I'm not qualified. I haven't even had my hearing yet. They might say I'm not qualified. They very well might say that, but they haven't yet. Of course, that's funny. And what's interesting is I told him, I was like, hey, I'm gonna do a live stream at 1:00. If you're not a coward, just come on and let's talk about it. And apparently that means I'm triggered. On LinkedIn, he has a placeholder for future law offices dated January 2023. Yes, I do, because my law office isn't open yet. So not quite sure what that's got to do with anything. Even Merb could pass the bar requirements. Chicken Hawk failed. I actually passed the bar requirements. So again, I wanted these people to come on, and my failed attempt to practice law in Texas. I've actually practiced law in Texas. I did it for 6 months. But these are the people that I thought, okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to give you a chance to come on and, expose me. It's important that you people know. Oh, who cares, CJ? Well, I mean, you do. What's interesting is these people who don't like me, I don't watch YouTube videos of people I don't like. I just don't. I don't watch, for example, Merb. I don't watch Merb's videos. Why? Because I don't care what he's got to say. Even OCT has forsaken Chicken Hawk. That's weird because I'm still running OCT. Oh, and we have an event coming up this Saturday in which over 100 people have RSVP'd to show up. I don't. So that's kind of funny right there as well. Even OCT has forsaken the Chicken Hawk. By the way, Chicken Hawk, let me tell you where that came from, because that's a funny story. You might have known the Foghorn Leghorn cartoons. For those of you that aren't old enough to know, Foghorn Leghorn. For those of you that aren't old enough, Henry the Chicken Hawk, here he is right here. This is Henry the Chicken Hawk right here. Now, this name was given to me in basic training because you see how small this chicken is, but he was always picking a fight with the big old rooster, right? And I'm a chicken hawk and I eat chicken. So he's always picking a fight with the dog, the big giant dog, and the big giant rooster. Well, in basic training, I got paired up with the biggest dude in our platoon during pugil sticks. And in case you don't know what pugil sticks are, let's put Army in there. Let's see if they got some images of that. So this is pugil. This is what we did in basic training. You know, you learn to fight and all that kind of stuff. And I got paired up with the biggest dude in our platoon. And I wasn't the smallest guy, but I was close to it. Ended up beating the crap out of him. I mean, I got all the points. I won the matches. And they started calling me Chicken Hawk because, you know, I'm a small guy picking on the big guys. And I still do that today. I still pick on big government. You know, oh, this is even a better one right there. Not afraid to stand up to the big giant rooster and the dog here. That's who Henry Chicken Hawk was. And so in basic training, they gave me that nickname, Chicken Hawk, and it just kind of stuck. That's what it's from. There you go. Now you know, and knowing's half the battle. That's where the name comes from. G.I. Joe, right? All right, let me close this here. Any news on the judge in Houston? No, but I did find out that the judge in Houston is one of the guys that tried to file a complaint against me. I'm going to read something to you here. If I can get it off. I got this big book here on my, but so he's one of the people that filed a complaint. This is the phone log of that complaint. And it says that the judge blah, 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 blah. All right. Judge said, let's see. So judge reviewed the motion later. So he just denied it without reviewing it in person, but it says he reviewed it later and saw that I was supervised and saw my supervised attorney's name on it. And he saw my YouTube channel and the comments about him. And tried to complain that I was holding myself out as a 2A attorney. So he talked to the UPL committee, the Unlicensed Practice of Law committee, and they said they could not do anything because he's on a supervised practice card. In other words, I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was allowed to practice law. My supervisory license allowed me to practice law, and that's what I did. So that's who one of the complainants was the judge down in Houston. And then the other complainant was his lead donor down in Houston, the same attorney that you will see, Emily Taylor, on armed attorneys pretending to support the Second Amendment while funding anti-gun judges like Judge Wright. So there you go. Now there are some other, so I am still involved in, I keep getting updated. He's got an attorney right now that keeps me updated on what's going on. And Mr. Crockett tells me what's going on down there. And it's moving forward. There are some other issues that need to be worked out right now that came up after the fact. So some new issues. You know how things work with law enforcement. When they want to go after you, they're going to go after you. And so now he's trying to deny him his gun for other reasons. But he should have never had it. When this stuff came up, he should have had it already anyway. So yes, we are still working on accountability for that judge. Obviously, everything stopped in November when my license expired. All right. That's it, guys. I'm going to go. My critics pussed out. They're all talk online, but couldn't come and back it up when they had a chance. Try to give them an opportunity, It's important that you guys know that I'm a fraud. I wanted you to hear it straight from their mouths, but they couldn't. So I guess I'm not a fraud after all. I guess the real frauds are the people who make claims they can't back up. So y'all take care, be safe, be free. I do have other work I got to get done, so I am going to get off here, and I'll talk to you later.